check or something.
Exactly. I actually did it the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. I had to go back and put the 2 over that 1 and make that 9 a 0. But hey, welcome to 2020 version Hooking Up, Tracking Down. I'm Ranger Daiwa Pro Staffer Steve Graff, along with Boss Tournament Trail Director, the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
Mike Eccles.
The guy with all the answers.
That has all the answers, and the guy that has the rest of the answers for us. Man, our poor boy is man down. We got man down, Mike.
He is. I'm telling you, Gary McCoy is off sick. He's got back problems. I don't know what was going on at the McCoy house that he threw his back out. But
yeah.
I hope Julie's okay.
I don't know if it's extracurricular activity, yard work.
Yard work?
Well, I don't know what it was, but
I'd never admit to that.
And I don't know if you've ever had back problems.
Oh, I have a little bit, but not severe.
Whew, I've had it twice, and there's nothing worse. I mean, they say kidney stones are bad. I know I've never had a kidney stone.
Well, I've had back problems. I'm gonna tell you, the people I know have kidney stones. The back problem doesn't equal kidney stone.
Really? See,
kidney stones will make you pass out.
Man, I don't want that. I don't want that either. But anyway, Gary McCoy is out, and thoughts and prayers are with you. We really are. We're thinking about you, buddy, and looking forward to having you back, hopefully next week. But in there, pushing the buttons, doing everything that you can think of to get this show on the air today is the one and only Jay Watley. Thank you, Jay.
Hello, my friends.
Good. Hey,
Happy New Year.
Same to you. Did you have a great holiday, Jay?
It was okay, yeah.
You did?
Yeah. Wait a second. It was okay. That means you didn't get what you wanted.
Well, I never get anything, you know.
Yeah.
But the kids, they got what they wanted, so we survived.
So you got the bill.
I did. I certainly did. I'll be pretty happy one day whenever Santa Claus starts getting all that credit.
But isn't that what it's all about?
It is.
It really is. I mean, it's about the kids. I mean, let's just be honest. And so, well, that's good. I'm glad did you have a sober New Year?
No.
No.
There you go.
Do you remember the New
I do
Year?
remember it. I actually was pretty busy on New Year's Eve. I played at the Horseshoe Riverdome for their big New Year's Eve party.
Oh, yeah.
Did the club after that.
How'd that go?
It was wonderful.
Really?
Yeah.
Good time had by all.
All the pictures looked good.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact details.
Okay. No nudity.
No. I would say that.
Okay, pictures.
As long as there's no farm animals or nudity, you're good, Jay. But anyway, but today's show, we've got a really special show today, Mike. We've got one of the legends of Louisiana bass fishing on today, and I'm looking forward to having him on. I don't think we've ever had him on before.
No, we haven't, and I apologize because when I saw who you had lined up, Jack Haynes, classic champion,
1975.
This morning I really meant to go back and look up some history of Jack Haynes.
Yeah.
And I can't remember where he was from. Natchitoches, sure.
No, Bo Down was from Natchitoches.
Yeah.
And Bo won an 80, I think 1980 classic.
Yeah, Bo won his out fishing out of a canoe.
Yeah.
So long ago.
Man, I know how close to right you are.
But I don't remember where Jack Haynes is from. I just know he's from
Rain, I think Rain, Louisiana.
Okay.
Is I think it's right. If I remember right. Now, and I also remember, wasn't he a big spinnerbait guy? Wasn't he a big spinnerbait guru?
That's the reason I wanted to go look something up, and I didn't do it.
And like I said, we'll have him on at 12 o'clock as our featured guest today. But in hour one featured guest, we've got another great guy with the MLF takeover of FLW and all the changes taking place. And I know this guy personally.
What call it the buyout?
Buyout. There you go. Takeover a little strong.
Yeah, it is.
Buyout.
Yeah. That means that some of the employees are still handcuffed in the bedroom, hall
being held hostage.
Yeah.
We don't want to think that.
The buyout.
Yeah, exactly. So, but we got today the Senior Director of Tournament Operations, Mr. Bill Taylor. I hope you know Bill.
I don't, Bill, personally. I was going to say, if you've ever dealt with FLW when they came to town,
yes.
Lining up camera boats, lining up volunteers, lining up anything, Bill Taylor was the guy that you went to.
Right.
And as nice a man as you'll ever meet.
Yep.
And knows the ins and outs of running a tournament like FLW. He's just a class act.
He really is. And a wealth of knowledge on how to run tournaments. And anyway, we're going to talk to him about all the changes that have taken place since the buyout has occurred. And because, everything from format to payouts to new tournament trails, all kinds of stuff is changing with FLW. And we'll see how that goes. Also, real quick, I want to welcome our newest sponsor, Mike. Lost Frontier RV Park and Marina. It used to be the old Frontier Park on Toledo Bend.
And it's now called
Now
Lost.
called Lost Frontier RV Park and Marina. It's on the Texas side, just as you cross the bridge, the Carris Creek Bridge. It's on your right there. They got new cabins, a restaurant, nice facilities, brand new RV park, beautiful facility. I drove in the other day, really a month ago, when I actually got them to come on board with us. And so, just if you haven't been over there to Old Frontier,
Yeah,
it's
they're
now
probably
Lost.
fixing to be booked up because I talked to Glenn Freeman the other day and he was talking about the upcoming tournaments, like a bass champs here in just a couple of weeks.
FLW's there next week.
Yeah.
And so the week of January, the first week in February, I believe FLW comes in with the FLW Series. Used to be the Costas, now it's called FLW Series. And so, which is one level below the Pro Tour. And so they're coming to Toledo Bend, I think first week in February. So you're right, that's going to be a great place to stay. I'm sure all the cabins will be full, the RV park. It's just a great place. And again, the food out here at the restaurant is outstanding. So welcome to you guys. We appreciate your support. Looking forward to doing some things with you guys over the next 6 months. And again, if you're looking for a place to stay at Toledo Bend, check them out, Lost Frontier RV Park and Marina. Also today we're going to do a little Fish Etiquette 101 course.
Woo, boy, some folks need that.
And this stemmed from my tournament last week, Mike, at Sam Rayburn. Some things that I saw. I don't know. I guess it's age, Mike. I'm just getting old now. I don't have the patience I used to have, and then you just see things now differently than you did when you were younger.
Well, it's an accumulation. You've been seeing a little bit of stuff every year.
Yes.
And now it's balled up into your head.
Yeah.
And it's like decades of people pissing you off.
Exactly. Just the lack of courtesy on the water now is just what I'm seeing. Just people don't. I don't know if they don't know or they don't care. I don't know which one it is.
If they don't care, you're not going to fix it.
No, you're right. You're exactly
If
right.
they don't know, then maybe somebody will
Yeah. Maybe listen to today's show. They'll be educated.
and be a better person on the water.
Exactly. Hope so. We got some good outdoor outlaws today, of course, and Louisiana outdoor outlaws. We'll see how that goes. And again, we're bringing on Jack Haynes, Bassmaster Classic champion, 1975, at the top of hour 2. And then we're going to continue checking our Excess Batteries question of the day. We got outdoor news and looking at the Elite Series schedule for 2020 in the third segment, and then we'll wrap it up on our final segment at 12:45. But real quick, one thing I want to bring up to you, Mike. Yesterday, I drove across Black Lake. Have you heard? It's insane. Mike, when I looked to the west, you could not see water anywhere due to Salvini.
Well, yes. It's not quite as bad as you think it is.
Okay.
Because they've got a boom at the bridge.
Okay.
And everything coming down the lake is, not everything, but the vast majority
Stacking
is
up.
stacking up. Now, I do know an angler that went yesterday and tried to plow through the Salvinia to get up north and finally turned around and came back.
Yeah.
So yes, it's bad.
It is bad.
But it's a combination of, we had north wind for a few days,
Right.
and
Push it off to the
and
bridge, to the boom. Okay.
boom has stopped it there. Yeah.
I'm glad you told me. I couldn't see the boom off the bridge when I come across. You can't see.
So,
but if you look to the south, it's not as bad. There's
No.
Salvinia out there, but it's not as bad. So,
Yeah. And that's where Boss will be going February 1st.
Oh, so we were ready to announce?
I shouldn't do this yet, but I'm going to, because I told Mike Cork with Ultimate Bass I'd get to him first, and I'm going to call him. Maybe he's listening. He can write this down. The Boss schedule is going to be, and I don't have the dates. The first tournament will be the first Saturday in February. We'll be going to Black Lake.
Now you're always first Saturday of the month, right?
First Saturday of the month,
Right.
and that's February 1st. I know that. March, we're going to go to. Originally, I wanted to go to Caddo Lake first. I mean, to Toledo, but we can't go to Toledo now because we've got no place to go and to get water, and there's a bunch of negatives.
So lake needs to come up. in
Yes,
other words.
which is fixing to. I think we're going to get like 4 inches of rain.
That's what I heard this week.
So we're going to Caddo Lake the first Saturday of March, and
Okay.
I think that's the 7th. I'm not sure.
Right.
April we'll be down on Toledo Bend. May we will be on Lake tonight.
It's a good time.
Yeah,
May's a good month for us.
yeah, it is. It
It's a
is,
good month.
and maybe it'll have some water in it by May.
How's the Salvinia problem? Have you duck hunt there? Is it an issue?
It's been bad up north on the north end of the lake, but they've got a boom up there. I think it's fixing to be like the turd in the punch bowl going down.
Right.
Because if we get 4 inches of rain, Black Lake and Lake Vistano both have incredible watersheds.
This jump.
And
You're right.
And I'm hoping some of it, but we've had a really the farmer. I dare y'all next year to quote the Farmer's Almanac.
Oh, really?
I mean, I've never seen. They're just like regular weathermen. They missed it so bad. They predicted a cold, wet winter.
Yeah,
we talked about it. We talked about it. We read it.
Talked about
the old one and the new one.
Exactly, both of them.
And they missed it like
Because it ain't hit.
Al Bolton.
It hasn't hit yet.
No, it had.
Last weekend I fished at Sam Rayburn Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Thursday, literally, Mike, at 10:30, I wish I'd had shorts on.
Yeah.
I was that hot. I was in clothes, and I was like, my God.
There's no doubt that we're going to have some cold weather.
I'm sure. February is usually our worst month.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that's the schedule. Black Lake, Caddo, Toledo, Vistano.
But in talking about low lake levels, like you talking about, the reason why you can't go to Toledo Bend, it's over 6 feet low right now, almost 7.
It's at 165.2 something, I believe.
Right.
But the deal, they're not going to do the final inspection. SRA says they're not going to do the final inspection on the dam until January, I think it's the 23rd.
Well, I've heard that they're closing the gates on the 15th. I assume that's a February 15th.
Well, according to Glenn Freeman, they're not letting water out now.
Oh, really? They're holding it back.
I mean, they're
okay.
They're not letting it out.
They're not pulling it. Yeah.
So it's just we have had no rain.
Yeah, that's true. But hopefully, like you said, the next couple of days we got rain coming.
And everything has been booked up around Toledo Bend. The only place we can have a tournament down there is go to the Converse Ramp, which we did 2 years ago. Very crowded, a long way to walk, but it worked for us.
Right.
The problem being right now that I wanted to go to Toledo at 1st of March, but we cannot release any fish there because the water's 300 or 400 yards out.
Yeah.
There's no facility there really, other than a field and a
Right.
parking lot, and there's no way to get water into your holding tanks.
Right.
If you can't go down to the ramp, pump water into the tank, and bring it over there and put it in there, which Bobby Johnson does for us.
Right.
We got no way of getting water in our holding tanks at Converse until the lake comes up.
Right. By the way, Sam Rayburn is 2.17 feet low, but it's had like a 0.12 inch rise the last couple of days. So, and real quick before we take a break, Kevin Lazion was the winner this past weekend of the BFL at Sam Rayburn. Kevin Lazion from Dry Prom, no stranger to the winner's circle, won last year a big coastal event.
Is that a singles?
That's an individual on the pro side. He won. He had 20.8 pounds. Second place was Derek Mundy. A lot of our listeners know his dad is Calvin Mundy from Black Lake. Derek lives over at Sam Rayburn. He had 18.12 for second place. And Andre Mon, looking down the list here, anybody local. It was a tough turnout, biggest turnout they've ever had for a BFL. 240 on the pro side and 240 co-anglers.
And I was talking to Glenn Freeman about that. He was talking about what a great jump they had in participation. Is that due because they dropped the entry fee?
I think it is. Yeah. They didn't really jump the payback up, and I'm hoping that don't hurt them in the long run. Because
well, you can't cut the entry fee and jump the payback.
Well, I'll put it this way.
You can't do it.
I'll put it this way. I've done a little pencil work along with a couple other people. 6,000 was first place. Should have been nearly 10,000 for first with that many anglers in the tournament. But
no.
I didn't know. No, they ain't saying nothing yet. But there's 50,000 unaccounted for right now. So, but anyway,
it should be whatever FLW said first place is going to be, not what you think it should.
Well,
be.
it does change depending on. It's based off 200 vote field usually, which is $5,000.
Yeah.
So we have 240. So it only jumped 1,000.
And it's based on how many?
200.
200
full field for $5,000.
And they had
240.
And they went to 6,000.
Yeah.
That's perfectly in line. That's exactly in line.
There's still a lot of issues.
I don't know about the rest of the field, but
Right.
you only went up 40 teams and you went up $1,000. That's perfect.
The thing that I like that they did, they paid 69 places. Now,
So what are you mad about?
42 or 41st through 69th got $150, which I told people that covers your gas.
Yeah.
If nothing else covers your gas. Do you do that with Boston? I think it's right with Boston.
Well, I do, yeah. On regular payout, your last place is always your entry fee.
Right.
So we got to quit.
Yeah, we'll be right back with more hooking up and tracking down here on 1130 The Tiger.
I don't know where you come up with 50,000. I'd have to look at that. But if they went 40 teams above and they went up 1,000 on first place, that's perfect.
Yeah, there's some money unaccounted for that a lot of guys are upset about.
Is that the one Glenn Freeman had 11 pounds in?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you fish it?
I fished it. I had two fish that weighed 6.06.
You were on good fish. I mean,
Yeah.
3-pound fish.
And it was freaking brutal. I mean, it was just.
He said his shallow fish didn't bite. And I didn't know what the heck Glenn Freeman meant by his shallow
That's
fish.
what happened to me. I mean, I caught a 702 on Thursday, and I hooked 6.5. I had a cover over my chatterbait on over the hook on Friday. And
Want to learn more about the Hook It Up and Tracking Down show? Check out
I'll tell you more about it.
HUTDShow.com, a site dedicated to all outdoorsmen in the hunting and fishing world. This segment presented by J&J Exterminating, Kamagatsu Hooks, Exodus Batteries, Daiwa Rods and Reels, and Super ATV. Enhance your ATV with great accessories and parts designed for comfort and performance at Super ATV. Go to superatv.com to see their entire line of product.
And real quick, going backtrack to the last segment real quick, I forgot to introduce the sponsor for that segment. Despino Tire, Bayou Outdoor Super Center, Bucks and Bulls Outfitters, Exodus Battery, Primo Targets, and Lost Frontier RV Park Marina. Toledo Bend's newest resort RV park and marina with a great restaurant along with new cabins among the tall pines located just off Highway 21 west of Toledo Bend Bridge. Go to lostfrontierrvparkmarina.com to learn more.
You know, somebody the other day told me that they were, just in conversation, they were talking about all the big, I know where it was. It was a New Year's Eve party. No one, I can't remember. How many big subdivisions are finally jumping up on the banks of Toledo Bend?
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what it's going to take to keep the lake maintained.
Yeah, you're right.
You're
right.
They don't maintain it for us fishing, but when you get a bunch of people with big homes on the lake, they'll have a little clout and things will be done a little bit better.
And as you well know, the Texas side has probably done the poorest job of developing that side of the lake. Louisiana's done a pretty good job. The Texas side has not been
Well,
as...
it all has to do with your population. If you go up and down the Texas side of Toledo Bend, it's miles between
their
houses.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, St. Augustine, a small town. Hemp Hill, a very small town.
But those are, I mean, they're really not on the vine. You look
That's right, you're right.
north of the bridge all the way up to Logansport,
Right.
There's not a city close
No,
to
you're right.
the banks of
Yeah,
Toledo
you're in
Bend.
the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
You're in the heart of East Texas. But, real quick, here we go. Let's kind of get things going here with a little fishing etiquette 101. And again, Mike, there's some things that happened this past weekend while I was pre-fishing that kind of reinvigorated me to, maybe this is a good segment to talk about, because what's coming up at Sam Rayburn, I think it's next weekend, is Bass Champs. 400 plus boats will be in that event. The following day is a 600 boat high school event. So, and you've got, well now FLW guys are cut off now because they're opening tournaments on that. They now did water. They won't be able to after this past weekend. You had the high school kids getting ready, and you had our 240 boats trying to fish in the tournament. The pressure. There ain't nowhere, Mike, you can't look on that lake, you see boats.
Wow.
It's insane. And it's creating a lot. I heard more complaints at the meeting about the run-ins on the water where people don't know what they're doing. They run over people's fishing lines. Me and a guy are fishing in a section of the lake on the north end of the bridge of 147. I'm just carrying a conversation across the pocket. Hey, you doing any good? Yeah, I've talked to, but I'm struggling, blah, blah, blah. You know, I tell him my deal. Here comes a boat. This gentleman is fishing towards a point, and he is throwing that away, and he's got his rod, he's pointed at, everything indicates he's fishing that point. The boat idles within 15 yards of the front of his boat between him and the bank. Just goes right, and he just drops his rod in the boat and is like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And the guy act like he didn't do nothing. Somebody pointed something out. One of my buddies said, you know what's going on now? One of the biggest problems? Everybody's head is down on their electronics.
Well, that's.
And I never thought about that.
That's not where I figured that it is, but
We won't go there. But he's got a point. So
Well-
many people are looking at their screens now. They're not paying attention to what they're doing.
okay, then is that good when you run into a boat? Well, I'm not guilty. I was looking at my depth finder.
Yeah, exactly. No excuse. I'm just saying, but I think he's got a point. Let's go over some of these real quick. What's the first one, Mike?
Fishing etiquette 101. Treat other, and this covers everything.
It really does.
Treat other anglers as you would want to be treated.
Don't-
Just do unto others, you know, and just know that every time when you get close to whatever, another boat, if you had been sitting there first, would you be mad if somebody got that close to you?
Right. Don't run over someone's fishing line because you think your time on the water is more important than somebody else's. That's what happened with this guy.
Yeah.
They just ran right across his line, and I'm just like, really? I just don't. I don't get that. I don't understand that. I don't. They're not paying attention. Now I know some high school kids were on the lake at Rayburn last week, and I think that was a lot of the issues because some of them don't have their captains with them, so to speak. They're out there just themselves, and they don't have any guidance. But anyway, next one.
Share bait.
Yeah.
If you're done fishing and still have tons of live bait,
Yeah, it'll be like a Johnny
yeah,
Guys.
yeah. Offer them to someone and tell them how you've been doing out on the water. You do a favor for somebody.
Yeah. And if you're not going to use them, and you're going to throw them away, give them to somebody. Don't get on top of somebody that's obviously working a particular spot. Just like I already give an example of that.
You know, and that's what happens. Somebody can see another person catch a fish, and they'll say,
Oh,
go over there.
it's a magnet. It's a magnet. People don't. I just don't get that either. Why does people do that?
Because they don't know how to find fish and catch them on their own.
Drives me up the wall.
Let's see. Oh, if you're in a location that has plenty of space, be nice. Approach slowly and ask if they mind if you fish around them, but respect their space.
Exactly. This happened on Red River several years ago. Matter of fact, I think you were running the turn. We had one of those casino deals. I had my guy in the back. Well, there's one spot on Red River that I try to go for a big fish. Well, I ran straight to it. It's an old trestle. And as I'm running to it, I see a guy on it. And I'm like, oh, man, I hope he's white perch fishing. I pull up to him. I shut down, way away from him. I look up and I said, sir, are you white perch fishing or bass fishing? He said, I'm white perch fishing. I said, do you mind if I fish around you? I said, I'm just trying to catch one fish off these pylons here if you don't mind. He said, no. He said, help yourself. You know, I'm fishing right in this one spot. But the point is I asked him before I didn't just go in there and start.
The whole stage was set in a different manner by you stopping and asking.
Exactly.
Even though he wasn't fishing for bass,
Yeah.
if you had just pulled up there and dropped your promo and started casting, that man would have been upset.
Yeah.
And it
And
wasn't because you did it right.
And even if he'd have said no, there's nothing I really could have said back to him. You know, that's his spot. He was there first. But anyway.
The next one applies not only to fishing, but it applies to hunting, it applies to camping, everything. Pick up the garbage you see on or near the water.
Yes.
You know, and our buddy that listens to the show all the time, Chuck Butcher, brings this up. Worst thing that he sees happen, other than trespassing during hunting season on his property, is he says you can tell when deer season here because people leaving their empty corn bags in the back of their pickup truck and letting them blow
That's true.
Littering.
You know, the other thing I see a lot of now that I've gotten now, Mike, I check my trolling motor prop every time I come off the water now. Fishing line.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are dropping fishing line in the lake. Don't do that. Put it in your cooler, wad it up, whatever. Put it in your cooler. Put it in storage and take it out when you get
I wad
home.
mine up and put it in my partner's tackle.
Yeah, with those treble hooks.
Yeah.
Next one.
Just so you don't know where we're at.
No, oil and gas.
Dispose of trash.
Oh, it was my
soft-
turn, wasn't it? I'm
Yes,
sorry.
it was. But I'm doing it now. Dispose of trash and soft plastics properly.
Right.
I want to emphasize this. I did not know this until I spent time fishing at Heartland 10 when I first started doing trips over there, and there were so many fish. Somebody always catches a fish that's got a 5-pound head, 3-pound body,
Right.
and it just goes from this great big head mouth down to rail thin. And 9 times out of 10, what has happened is that fish, bass will be scavengers.
Yes.
Johnny Geis has proved that by catching bass on just a brim head,
Yeah,
not just
yeah.
a live brim.
Right.
You throw a piece of plastic, you change your worm. You can't help it too. A fish shakes, that brush hog comes off. You know, but it sinks to the bottom. All it's got to do is lay it on the bottom, and the fish sees it in a wave or just a ripple or something, causes it to move. That fish sucks it up off the bottom, swallows it.
Yeah.
He cannot digest that plastic.
Right.
It hangs up in their intestine, and that fish is eventually going to die.
And you think about last weekend, 240 pros on my side, 240 co-owners, over 540 pros, or 580. Think of just one guy, everybody threw one piece of plastic over the side. That's a lot of plastic just went away.
Yeah.
And so,
and it's not only littering, you can actually kill fish doing
yes,
that.
no doubt, no doubt. It definitely hurts their development. Don't let oil and gas spill into the water, not even a little bit. You know, I think it's kind of self-explanatory there.
You know, I don't see that happening
No,
as
not
much
like it
now
used to.
because the way boats are designed.
Right, motors are so high.
All your stuff is done either at home or at the gas station.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Okay. Carefully catch and release the fish that you are not going to eat
Yeah.
or not going to take to a weigh-in.
Right, right. Take care of your fish. Take care of them. Let's see here. Take care of your catch. Try and keep them off the carpet when possible. You know, that's bad for the slime. Slime is important to protecting those fish, so try to keep them off the carpet.
And let's see, don't fight fish for a long period of time. You know, Bill Dance taught us to get every minute you every footage out of it.
Footage you can get.
But don't fight your fish for a long period of time. Land them as quickly as you can. Stress is one of the top killers of fish. Eliminate as much stress as you can. When you catch a fish, don't show him the fillet knife.
Exactly.
It makes him stress out.
Exactly. One more. Well, if you're a team partner, share the cost. Do your part. Help
Oh, my
your
goodness.
partner out. Good God, that's just good etiquette right there. So, but anyway, that basically wraps that up.
Well,
So
it says basically fishing etiquette is similar to regular daily etiquette. Be nice to people. Do as you would like to be done too. If everyone is respectful while they're on the water, it will make everybody's boating and fishing experience that much better.
we're gonna take a break. We're coming back with more hooking up and tracking down with Primo Target Hotline. FLW Senior Director of Tournament Operations Bill Taylor will be joining us when we return with more hooking up and tracking down here on 1130 The Tiger.
Did you check that water faucet? Did you check that water faucet?
No.
You want a cup if they got some, or you got some?
I'm good. I got some. It's watered down, but it's wet.
We got water, but no cups. I'll run up to the kitchen
Oh.
here. I stick my head down there, put my mouth on the nozzle.
Like you did in school.
Like you can't stand to see something.
Oh man. Hey, Sherry noticed the other day that Meredith's team, you know, the girls are drinking out of the water bottle. You know, they try to squirt, but they're putting it on their mouth, and she goes, "There's got to be a better way." I said, "Well, the pull tab kind of water bottles, I didn't like. When I played, we had those kind of had the straw that come up at an angle, and you could squeeze it, and you could squirt it in your.
How are you?
And you could squeeze it, and it worked great. But now these kids, they got the pull tops, they get they've gone to that instead of the straws. And Mary said half her team gets sick. When just one girl is sick, then 4 or 5 others get sick, and it's probably from the same water bottle. Last year I think caught them on a rattle trap. Those fish, yeah.
The Hooking Up and Tracking Down show thanks you for checking
James
this
Blythe
segment.
is fishing
This
with
segment
him this
presented
year.
by Stone Doors,
Oh, really?
Suckers Knee Outdoors, Nichols Department
Kevin's good.
Stores, WB Processing, and Bass Champs. Now is the time to make plans to fish the best team circuit in Texas. Go to BassChamps.com to see the new schedule for 2020.
This season, don't leave your dog with just any boarding facility. Treat your dog with a stay at Candyman Pet Lodge. At Candyman, it's about providing your dog with quality care and nutrition. Complete kennel with bathing, grooming, and exercise facilities. So if you're looking for a place to leave man's best friend for Christmas, New Year's, Easter, anything coming
Yeah,
up,
any holiday.
treat your dog with a visit to Candyman Pet Lodge in Greenwood, Louisiana.
On the Primo Target hotline, we have Mr. Bill Taylor with FLW, Senior Director of Tournament Operations. Mr. Bill Taylor is with us. Bill, how are you doing? And I wanted to tell you, Bill, you are the first guest for 2020 on Hooking Up and Tracking Down show. Yeah. Hey, Bill, we appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. I know you've got a lot going on. And, today's just me and Mike Eccles in studio. Our good buddy Gabe McCoy, one of our other coaches, he's out this week with major back problems. And not something, if you're a fisherman or a hunter, the last thing you want is back problems. But I'm sure some of the things you're having to deal with right now with the switch over and the buyout, it's probably got you running pretty good yourself, huh, Bill?
Bill, first off, I want to thank you for being with you. I hadn't seen you in a couple of years, and we were just talking before you came on earlier about when FLW came to town. If you had to deal with had anything to do with camera folks and volunteers and stuff, dealing with Bill Taylor was always a pleasure. And no, you've earned every bit of respect you get. Was y'all found out when the rumors started Major League might be buying out FLW? Were you apprehensive, or is this something that you said, hey, this could be a big improvement, or what? How'd you feel about it?
Well, I know that when everything now has changed, I actually saw FLW magazine this past week and was flipping through it, and I saw where it's got the breakdown of how the circuits and FLW are working together in conjunction with MLF, and how the feeder program. Go over that real quick as to in terms of how they're feeding the pro circuit on the MLF. How do you get to be an MLF pro and you're coming up through the ranks of FLW? Okay. Okay. Yeah. No, you did a good job explaining that. That's hard to explain on the radio. You kind of need the diagram in front of you. But if you don't, and folks, if you don't have FLW magazine, I highly encourage you to subscribe. It's a great magazine. First of all, you get a lot of great tips, but they do a great job of breaking stuff like this down. One thing that they did eliminate that I know it upset some anglers, and I'm sure you've heard about it being the position you're in, is that all can be eliminated. Your opinion on that, was that, what was the purpose for eliminating that particular event? Oh, okay. just the FLW Cup, then it's no longer going to exist. Okay. Right. Did you try to compensate those guys some way, Bill, to make them feel a little better about it? Yeah, yeah. Right, right. Bill, can you stick with us for just a few minutes? We got to pay a few bills. I got a couple more questions for you, and then we'll let you let you go. We got Bill Taylor, Senior Director of the Tournament Trail for FLW. We'd like to have you stick around, Mr. Bill, and like I said, we'll return with more hooking up and tracking down on 11:30. The Tiger. Yeah, I got a couple things.
Okay. Well, I didn't. I didn't have much to ask him.
No, we got a couple things we can cover.
Cole Garrett wanted a duck boat, and he couldn't find one. So he made one. That's a fact. A Ranger boat, his old Ranger boat, and motor. He cans of black spray paint painted at the bottom.
That boy ain't right. He ain't right.
I mean, troll motor, everything. Just didn't paint the trailer.
That boy ain't right. Last weekend he kept texting me, "Hey, y'all catch him at Raven?" Because he didn't come. He didn't fish. Which I was shocked. I know when he's building a swimming pool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw his wife posted it on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Can't wait for it to be finished and so everything they build the pool. But
He's duck hunting too. He's duck hunting about every day.
oh yeah, he's a hunter now. Cole, he'll spend time on the water and in the woods. But for the BFL, I was shocked that he didn't show up for that event. But I don't know. He said he's not going to fish as much this year as he has been. So I think work's got him kind of stressed out a little bit.
He must be making some money.
He is. Cole does well. And I tell you who's rolling in the dough pretty good is he's from Winfield too. Cody Martin.
Really?
Cody ain't got time, but he's gonna come back and fish one day. He said, "Grandpa, I'm gonna wait till I retire." He's got two companies trying to sell one of them, and when he does, he's gonna free him up to fish again. Those are Danny Roberts. You know Danny? Danny's fished some of your stuff before, and he works for Cody. That's his brother-in-law, and so I think Danny's wanting to get back fishing again. So Danny's good. He was good. He fished with Calvin Monday. We're good.
Can't tune us in live? Go to HUTDshow.com and click on the show and see a segment or an interview you may have missed. This segment presented by Candyman Pet Lodge, United Rentals, Honey Baked Hams, Jimmy Grinders, Naturally Sport, and Bass Hatchback. Make all your 2020 fishing trips worth it while simply catching a tagged fish. It's the biggest bass tournament in the country with over $1 million up for grabs. Go to basscatchbacks.com to register today.
Attention all anglers, Bayou Outdoor Supercenter has a great selection of tackle and accessories. Tackle from Strike King, Zoom, B&M, rod and reels from Daiwa, fishing line from Seaguar, and accessories like t-shirts, caps, life jackets, and top quality rain gear. Either way, Bayou Outdoor Supercenter will make sure all your fishing needs are taken care of. Stop by 4306 East Texas Street in Bossier City to see what Bayou Outdoor Supercenter has to offer. Like on the phone with us, we've got the Senior Director of Tournament Operations, Mr. Bill with FLW. And Mr. Bill, we have a couple more questions before we let you go. And I know you're busy. Real quick, I want you to reflect just for a few minutes. You know, we lost a dear friend of the fishing world this past year with Jerry McInnes and his impact on our sport. And I don't care if you're an FLW guy, BASS, or Major League Fishing. I don't care what you are. You're just a weekend warrior. This man had a huge impact, Bill, on so many of our fishing lives. I mean, he was truly not just great, but just a great ambassador for the sport of bass fishing. I remember as a kid just watching his TV show every Saturday morning. I mean, it just, yeah. I mean, that's how a lot of us grew up. I mean, that's my first introduction to bass fishing.
Well, we had Jerry on the show, Bill, just probably 2 years ago now.
Yeah,
I would say last year, but
No.
that means it's at least 2 because
Yeah.
I can't remember anything. But it was a great interview, and he wound up sending all 3 of us an autographed book that he
Yeah.
had written, and I can't remember the name of it. It's Bass and Weenie Dogs and Ball Bats or something like that.
Baseball or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
And
That's it.
and I'm gonna tell you, I sat down. I did not quit until I completely read that book. It was a very, touched a lot on Jerry's personal life.
Yeah.
But then it showed, how just one little thing that got him started at an early age, and the ball just never quit rolling for Jerry McInnes.
Right.
So,
Hey, right. I'm glad you went that direction because that's where I wanted to go next. Bill, and you see it, I see it as a guy that fishes a lot of the FLW, BFLs, the coasters, and so forth. The up and coming young anglers. I mean, we have an influx of young anglers coming up right now. My question to you is, it's getting awful crowded, Bill, on these waterways. I mean, real crowded. I just told Mike the next weekend there's a 600 high school boat tournament on Sam Rayburn. There's Bass Champs on Sam Rayburn, which is 400 plus. You got FLW coming there pretty quick. I mean, there's just so many people on the water now, Bill. Is that really a good thing, or is it getting too crowded? Amen. Yeah. Right. Well, etiquette has been lost. I know I fished with Dion Hibbett at Beaver Lake FLW tournament one time. I was his co-angler, and Dion asked Dion, said, Dion, if you could change something, what would it be? He said, every angler should have to take an etiquette class. And he said, my dad needs to be the teacher. He said, I'm telling you right now, Steve, and this was 2003, 2004, Bill. So, and I go fishing. I really hadn't even kicked in at that point. I don't know if it really thought about that much, but now, but it has kicked in now. And I'm telling you, the stuff I see on the water, God, it's so crowded now. You can't go anywhere, especially at Rayburn or Toledo Bend, without just somebody. You're following somebody after 8 o'clock. You're following another boat. I don't care how many boathouses you want to fish. Waterways. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Right. Bill, thank you for taking your time to out of your busy day to be with us. We